Well, I definitely woke up to something this morning. We have some matchmaking changes, or pretty much a kind of rework to the ranking system for the upcoming season 24. So let's jump right into it. We have, of course, matchmaking changes, something that people have always asked for. If you ever see someone complaining about Unite, the first thing they say is, fix matchmaking, which personally I think is very difficult, because I feel like the problem with matchmaking is not just matchmaking, it's the entire ranked system, which is flawed at its base, that matchmaking is just a byproduct of the bad ranking system, right? Usually in other games, every player is like, seeded out throughout multiple ranks, while in Unite it's pretty much all just clumped into Master Rank. But I think it's kind of similar to Honor of Kings as well. It's just the Timmy thing, that the highest rank is where you want to grind to, get your rewards, and then the season resets and you gotta start again and then climb again. So it really feels like, you're playing a game and you are achieving something, compared to League of Legends, where you kind of have so many people in every single rank across the entire spectrum, from for example, most of the time people should just be in veteran forever. You should not be able to get out of veteran if you're not good enough. But if you play enough games, you will always get from veteran to master. This does not happen in League of Legends. Let's say League of Legends, veteran is the gold rank, right? If you're stuck, if you're not good enough, you will be in gold or veteran pretty much forever, unless you somehow improve. In Unite, it doesn't matter. You can get to master rank with a 40% win rate if you just play enough games. And it's pretty much the biggest flaw that this ranking system has. So I have not read any of these changes, so I'm going to see what they have in store for us in this, developer letter or in this updated news. Thank you for continued support and valuable feedback on Pokemon Unite. We received your feedback on the matchmaking system. I mean, it's been for like 2 years already. Starting with Season 21, releasing literally tomorrow, when the new season starts, we will be testing some improvements. Pokemon Unite's matchmaking is based on internal metric called matchmaking rating, MMR. This metric considers factors such as trainer win rate, win and lose streaks, and current rank points. However, since the trainers can't see the MMR system, the system can feel unclear and at times frustrating. To help resolve this, we are making 3 key changes to matchmaking in Season 24. That already sounds quite promising, because, yes, if you don't know what MMR is, that's the matchmaking rating you have that you literally cannot see. It's in the back somewhere, and it's just a point or a number you literally have no idea about. And this also has been kind of weird for a long time now. You can kind of tell how good your MMR is, because people in a ranked lobby are matched by their matchmaking rating. So then you can't see the MMR, but you can kind of tell how good your MMR is. So when you load into a game, there's 3 factors that make your position. First, if it's 5 solo queue players, then you're literally ordered by MMR. If you have a trio or duo in their team, they will always show up on top. So the priority is trios, duos, solo queue players. So if 3 are above you, while you're a high solo queue player, probably means you have a trio on your team. If you're first or second in the lobby, it means you're the highest or second highest MMR solo queue player. If 2 are above you, either those 2 have more MMR or they're a duo. If 3 are above you, there's 3 choices, either trio, either duo and 1 solo queue player with more points, or 3 solo queue player with more points. A lot of people still don't know this, but this is how you can kind of tell how good your MMR is, especially for me as a high MMR solo queue player. If 3 are above me, pretty much means I'm in a trio game, my team has a trio, and the enemy has a trio. And yeah, it makes no sense, I think. I think it's better to base it off just the rank points, how good your account is or how your MMR is, because it's just not fun to play around with something that you can't see. And the matchmaking or the MMR was also quite scuffed in the latest seasons. Whenever you went from Ultra to Master, your MMR went down by a lot, where you ended up behind Ultra players in draft as well. Not in draft, but like in the priority that I just mentioned. I had Ultra players be above me for like the first week of the season, because I got to Master Rank quite early, and your MMR just kind of reset there. So they want to try and just have players, I guess, understanding where they are at the ranking and make it more clear on what they're being matched by. So we have the Master Rank adjustments. Previously, the Master Rank system made climbing to 600 Master Rank points relatively easy, even with some losses. This provided trainer a clear goal. However, this often caused ratings to poorly reflect trainers' actual skill. I mean, at least they're aware of this. With this update, we're adjusting the rating gain and loss values. Trainers will now need to demonstrate their skills earlier on to achieve higher ratings, which should make the system even more accurate. Here's how the updated system will work. So again, what I mentioned earlier, everyone get to Master Rank. That hasn't changed. Everyone will still get to Master Rank. It just depends what the master rank does. Pretty much master rank is endgame. That's where it is, and that's where the re-rank even starts, or re-rank starts. So it's fine to have this if ranked in master is just more balanced. So in season 24, you got at 1200 points, plus 11, minus 8. Now you get plus 11, minus 8, and before it was plus 12 and minus 6. You can already see that made climbing much easier, right? Plus 12 minus, you could always lose 2 games, win 1 game, and pretty much not lose any rating. So even with a terrible win rate, you were able to climb to 1600 points. And previously, now we have plus 9, minus 6. So earlier on, you have to have a higher win rate to also climb higher. The rest hasn't changed much. Actually it's always plus, no wait, this is previously. At some point you gain, you will lose more points than you gain as well. Currently it's just plus 9, minus 9 across the board. And the higher you climb, the more you will lose as well, to just make sure you stay in the right bracket you're supposed to be in. Pretty much this means you can't climb past 1400 with a 50% win rate, which is good. You have to have now a higher than 50% win rate to actually climb in master rank, which it should be a thing, right? You can see before you could get to literally 1600 points with a negative win rate and just cruise in there slowly but surely, and now making it a bit more challenging. Switching to master rank ratings for matchmaking. We are moving away from MMR-based matchmaking and instead switching to a system that only uses master rank ratings. This aims to make things more straightforward and transparent. Previously, long win or lose streaks could result in being matched with trainers whose rating differ significantly from yours. With this change, this should happen less often. While there may be some trade-offs to this, we will carefully monitor your feedback and adjust as needed. I mean, I am pretty sure they will have to adjust some of this, because there will definitely be problems that I will talk about in a second as well. But, you know, I hope they just, compared to, like, they say they will monitor it, but I feel like, for example, draft, right? We have draft now for like 8 months, and they really haven't made a change to it, which I think is quite sad. I feel like they should really just make draft a bit faster, change who bans the Pokemon, right? And there's so much they can improve with draft and even blind pick as well. I think blind pick should just have bans too. You know, you could just always have blind pick, both teams ban 2 Pokemon, and then you blind pick your 5 Pokemon. That would already be quite nice too. Draft is just a bit too long. It should be a bit faster, sped up. Bans should be different. And then I think, you know, there's something they could do as well. I hope they really just try to not wait another half year before making adjustments in case something is bad. Matchmaking time changes. Until now, we have made matchmaking rank adjustments based on past data, but in the upcoming season, we'll be trying different settings. To match trainers with opponents close on rating, we must narrow the matchmaking range. This may increase the matchmaking wait times. We will closely monitor how many trainers leave during matchmaking and make an adjustment to find balance. And then, of course, we recognize there always be room for improvement. We are committed to providing the best possible experience. So maybe Timmy has finally woken up from their slumber to make our global version also better again. I hope it's currently succeeding in China. I really hope so, because that would mean a lot for the game. Let's talk about the problems. We already saw one, wait times, right? The biggest issue is that I feel like, at least personally, Unite has lost a significant chunk of their player base over this year. And the more players you lose, the more difficult it is to kinda make matchmaking more strict, right? Because the queue times will really skyrocket the less players are playing the game. So I hope it's not all too bad. Maybe there's still also jumps, like in case you're longer in queue, right? At some point they're just gonna match you with anything there is. But if I have to wait 1 minute longer to not just have a Gurgator Cinderace or leftovers Greninja in every single of my lobbies, I'm already quite happy. Like, I will gladly take 1 second more queue time, not 1 second, 1 minute more queue time to just not have a leftovers Greninja, a Gurgator Cinderace anywhere in my games. That would be already quite nice. So, we will see how that turns out. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. So that's like the biggest problem though, that the player base might just not be big enough anymore for this to be a thing. And I wonder how far I can climb in solo queue. Also, I feel like I'm very worried the higher I climb, which just only means that at some point I will only be matched with trios, which I'm very worried about. And I might have to start playing on second or third accounts, we'll see, but I'm very worried, very, very worried that at some point I will only and only face trios and duos in every single game. Because how likely is it to find 10 solo queue players at a high rating? That's my question. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Of course, it's quite nice for Timmy. This is what people wanted, right? A matchmaking change. I'm still worried about it, of course. There's positive, there's negatives. First, I'm gonna, of course, have a positive outlook on it. Season starting tomorrow, of course, I will stream all of it. We'll let you guys update on how my ranked experience is going. on my live channel, on my DSC channel, on my main channel. Hope to see you guys there. Have a good start in the season and see you guys in the next video. Bye!